In the top stories, Jermaine Chubby Clark, lead vocalist of the Collision Band, was laid to rest today following a funeral service attended by family, friends and supporters across the Federation. The Health Ministry says surveillance has been heightened following an Ebola outbreak in Africa. And this week, St. Kitts and Nevis will host the launch of a new CARICOM and UNDP framework on crime prevention, human security and resilience in the Caribbean. The details on these stories and more after the break.
This Mother's Day, get mom that wow to wear from Quartz Optical. Select frames from our 2026 collection with 50% off frames for her. And with our payment plans, you can style mom today and pay later. So come on in, find mom's wow so she can wear her wow with new frames from Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer valid from May 1st to May 31st, 2026. Conditions apply.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, the funeral service for Jermaine Chubby Clark, lead vocalist of the Collision Band, was held today, May 20th at Warner Park in St. Kitts, where family, friends, fellow artists and members of the public gathered to pay their final respects and celebrate his life and contribution to music in the Federation. Clark was widely known for his energy on stage and his role in helping to shape the local entertainment scene through his work with the Collision Band. His passing in April shocked many across St. Kitts and Nevis, with tributes continuing to pour in from supporters, musicians, and members of the community. In other news, the Ministry of Health says it has heightened surveillance following the declaration of an Ebola outbreak in parts of Africa as a global health emergency. Authorities say the risk to St. Kitts and Nevis remains low, but officials are continuing to monitor the situation in coordination with regional and international health agencies. More than 500 suspected cases and over 100 deaths have been reported in the current outbreak, linked to the Bundibugyo strain of the virus. Health officials remind the public that Ebola is a highly infectious disease spread through direct contact with infected bodily fluids. In response, the ministry has activated its national Ebola preparedness plan, stepped up port health screening, and strengthened infection control measures. Officials say supplies of protective equipment are in place and clinical protocols are being updated as part of ongoing preparations. And in other news, St. Kitts and Nevis will host a high-level regional conference later this month focused on new approaches to reducing crime, violence, and social vulnerability across the Caribbean. The two-day event, scheduled for May 21st and 22nd at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, will mark the launch of a new CARICOM and United Nations framework on crime prevention, human security, and resilience in the region. The conference will officially launch the CARICOM UNDP diagnostic document and CARICOM UN action framework titled A Regional Approach to Addressing Crime, Violence, Resilience, and Human Security in the Caribbean. The event is being hosted by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis in collaboration with the United Nations Development Programme and the CARICOM Secretariat. Government leaders, regional organizations, United Nations agencies, civil society groups, and development partners are all expected to take part in discussions on crime prevention, early intervention, and public health approaches to violence. Officials say the initiative represents a shift away from viewing crime strictly as a law enforcement issue toward a more holistic approach that addresses root causes including poverty, social conditions, mental health challenges, and community vulnerability.
People usually think about crime in terms of, policing.
Right.
But we are looking at crime instead of looking what the crime, the outcome of crime.
Right.
So we deal with the outcome of crime. You commit the crime, we put you in jail, we make the hard laws, you know. But really, what causes crime? What are the things that contribute to crime? So if you look at crime as a public health issue, it's like you're looking to see how it affects the society and the ways that you can address the factors that cause crime to reduce crime, and then work together with the reinforcement bodies to make it a holistic system. So it's not just, we catch the criminals, we put them in jail, because that affects people.
Yeah.
Crime affects everybody, whether you're involved in the crime or not. It affects families, it affects children, it affects communities, it affects, so we're looking at the ways to create a holistic solution that's much more sustainable and long-lasting, and a model that could work across the care.
They explained that crime impacts not only those directly involved, but also families, children, communities, and national development across the region.
And so we brought all of the stakeholders together. And it's very important that we understand that this is not, crime is a all of society problem. Right. It's not a one government problem. It's not a one group of people problem. It's an all of society problem. So it needs an all of society solution.
Correct.
Discussions will also focus on the importance of data collection and evidence-based policy making, with officials noting that many Caribbean countries have historically faced challenges in gathering the information needed to guide effective decision making.
Juliet said we also don't gather data. People don't really trust to share data. We are not just a data-driven society. It's really across the region in other ways. So we lose out on a lot of opportunities because we don't really have the information. We can only speculate. So it's very important. So now we use, through the National Secretariat, which started as the Citizen Security Secretariat, people remember, but now it's the National Secretariat for Human Security and Wellbeing. We've been collecting data, and that's actually from everybody. Everybody has been involved. Well, so we go in the communities, we speak to people, they come to focus groups, they share the information. So we ourselves are now engaged in collecting the data that we could finally share.
Participants say the new framework is intended to provide governments and partners with flexible strategies and practical tools to support long-term crime reduction and community resilience across the Caribbean through 2030. And after the break, Joy Project is providing support for mothers across the Federation, offering assistance and guidance to strengthen families and community well-being. And City Shine is preparing to take over operations in St. Kitts. The details right after this.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns.
Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival.
Featuring
the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn.
Dancehall giant
Movado, Idonia,
and the new wave
Valiant.
Also featuring
Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Shanil Mir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo.
The legendary
New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band,
plus
Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Lucas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts.
Get your tickets now at stkittsmusicfestival.com.
The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help.
Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, Comunidad Latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable. More than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Looking for a new vehicle? Horsford's automotive division has exactly what you need. Reliable performance, modern design, and a team committed to getting you on the road with confidence. From everyday drives to exciting upgrades, quality and service come standard. Ready to refresh your home? Visit Ashley Furniture Home Store at Horsford's. Discover statement pieces, stylish accents, and comfort designed to elevate your space instantly. Planning a project? The Building Center provides premium paints mixed to perfection and expert guidance every step of the way. Bring your ideas to life with ease. Automotive, home style, building essentials, all in one trusted destination. Make it simple. Make it smart. Experience everything Horsford's has to offer today. Try Horsford's first.
Welcome back. The Joy Project, a charitable initiative led by Deanne Prince Drew, the wife of Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, has provided support to 22 mothers through its Her Wish Granted initiative. The initiative held on Tuesday recognized women nominated by relatives, friends, and members of their communities for their efforts to support their families, pursue their education, and care for their children. The Joy Project said more than 20,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars in support was provided to help women managing significant family and personal responsibilities. Organizers said the initiative was created to offer practical support to mothers who often carry those responsibilities quietly and without recognition. For any country, the growth of local businesses is often seen as a sign of economic strength and opportunity. Tonight, we highlight City Shine, a locally owned distillery aiming to put St. Kitts and Nevis on the rum-making map. Kent Fuentes has more.
In the village of Molyneux, one of the Federation's growing local businesses is making its mark. City Shine Rum. Founder Chris Lewis said what started as a personal hobby has since expanded into a full-fledged business providing a range of flavored rums.
Yeah, City Shine is rum made at our distillery here in Molyneux, in Bamboo Terrace, Lewis Lane, Bamboo Terrace, Molyneux, to be exact. We started back in 2018 as a fun, making illegal alcohol, and then it just became a passion of mine, and started investing some money and taking it to a next level. So we started back in the hillsides and doing all sorts of stuff that shouldn't be published, but at some point you have to start somewhere to get where we are today. To date we have at least 27 different flavors.
And like many small businesses, the name behind the brand comes with its own origin story.
City Shine. Everybody wondering what the name City Shine came by and how it came by. Our business is Inner City Tire Services. That's the number one business. It's 11 years this year. City Shine just 24. That's when we actually get the license. Even though we were started back in 2018, we actually get an official license to start to manufacture in 2024. So it's City Shine. The shine comes from moonshine. So we take off the shine from moonshine and call it City Shine. It's our thing. And it's not really even our thing, it's a St. Kitts thing. Because when you look at each one of the bottles, you say properties of St. Kitts and Nevis. So it's not a my thing, it's not a Kenya thing, it's not a hustle thing. I just want to give back to the country and say, St. Kitts is making their own rum.
For Lewis, one of the most important aspects of City Shine is that it is the true definition of a cottage industry, with all the ingredients being sourced from farmers in the community.
Getting the community involved is a passion for me. I have my brother, not biological, but we are brothers. And he's a farmer, and I will call him every time, Brother Pound, I need this stuff to make some rum. No worries. Sometimes it's just trial and error. But from the time he and the other farmers around him know that what we are doing, I have farmers calling me, Jack, I have a lot of tomatoes, what you gonna do? So because of that, we came up with a rum called Tomato Medley. It was like, I was so scary about doing that and the investment about it, because you want to know that you want to have the taste of the fruit into the alcohol. So it's a trial and error each and every day. But what the farmers do, each farmers come, they'll call us.
City Shine's creator is happy with how the business has been progressing.
Presently, we have the travel sizes in the US. We have one person, to be exact, in the US, in the Bronx, New York, selling these for us. She's doing pretty well. She's doing pretty well. I was amazed because she has a salon. And so each person coming to the salon, sometimes it's a St. Kitts brand. So you say, St. Kitts brand, let me try this. Presently we have to ship a good amount to her. But she's off island right out of the US, so when she get back, we have to find a way to get up at least 300 of these bottles to her.
City Shine's creator is happy with how the business has been progressing and had a message for local entrepreneurs.
Every time you see a hole, if you jump in, don't think that that's the end. I live in the banks. I love the banks. They may hate me, but I love them because each time I feel I'm living too comfortable, I'm getting all my loan service and stuff, I went back into the bank and asked them for another $100,000 or $200,000 to do something. So I like to have the water just here. So like I'm always fighting. I'm a hustler. I'm a fighter. Entrepreneurs, I will tell you, go out there and try. Never, the word no to me mean on. Let's get it on. There's not such a word name as no. Do not stop. Just keep pushing. If you have a dream, go for it.
Kent Fuentes, ZIZ News.
Coming up in regional news, Antigua's Prime Minister says he will push deeper OECS cooperation in energy, trade and transportation. And PAHO and Google have signed a 5-year agreement to expand access to trusted health information in the region. The details after this.
are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Special.
Running May 14th to May 27th.
Nutella hazelnut spread is just $18.99. Essential everyday cream cheese bars just $7.99. Celeste pizza single serve $6.99. Morningstar meatless entrees just $19.99. Almond breeze almond milk $9.99. Suavitel liquid fabric softener just $21.05.
And now our value deals. Essential everyday pasta sauce $9.99. Essential everyday pastas $4.99. Essential everyday cereals $10.99. Essential everyday ice cream cones $7.99. Essential everyday freezer bags $8.99. Soft soap body wash $19.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, shop smart, shop value mart.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Welcome back. Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, says he wants to advance deeper regional cooperation in energy, transportation, trade, and logistics when he assumes the chairmanship of the OECS next month. Brown said greater collaboration among OECS countries could help reduce costs and strengthen economic resilience across the region. Among the areas identified was a proposed geothermal partnership with St. Kitts and Nevis, which could see electricity generated in Nevis sold to Antigua and Barbuda through an undersea transmission link. Brown said discussions are also underway with the European Union on possible funding to support geothermal development in St. Kitts and Nevis. Prime Minister Brown also called for greater cooperation in transportation, including support for a possible OECS airline to improve regional connectivity. He further outlined proposals for shared shipping, joint procurement, and greater diplomatic cooperation, saying small island states could lower costs by working more closely together. Meanwhile, the Pan American Health Organization and Google have signed a 5-year agreement to expand access to reliable health information and promote mental health across the Americas. The partnership will combine PAHO's public health expertise with Google's digital platforms, including YouTube, to provide verified science-based health information and help counter online misinformation. Officials say a major focus on the agreement will be mental health, including efforts to raise awareness, reduce stigma, encourage early intervention, and connect people with support services. The collaboration will also support digital literacy, the development of multimedia health content, and the use of technology, including artificial intelligence, to reach young people and underserved communities. PAHO said the initiative is aimed at improving access to trusted health information through the digital platforms people use every day. And coming up, the U.S.-backed Board of Peace wants the UN Security Council to press Hamas to disarm. And Bolivia's president is facing growing pressure as protests and blockades expand across the country. Stay with us.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always. coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always.
Welcome back. A body overseeing the U.S. brokered ceasefire in Gaza is expected to ask the United Nations Security Council to press Hamas to disarm as part of efforts to fully implement the truce. A report by the Board of Peace, an international body established to monitor the ceasefire, said Hamas's refusal to give up its weapons and relinquish control of Gaza remains a major obstacle to implementing the agreement. The report is expected to be discussed when the Security Council meets on Thursday to review the situation in the Middle East. Meanwhile, Bolivia's President Rodrigo Raz is facing growing pressure as protests and road blockades continue to disrupt daily life less than 6 months after he took office. Weeks of road closures led by workers, farmers, miners, and other groups have disrupted transport, emptied markets in the capital, La Paz, and contributed to shortages of essential supplies. The government said at least 3 people died after emergency vehicles were unable to reach medical facilities. Supporters of former President Evo Morales have also joined protests in the capital, with clashes reported between demonstrators and police. The protests began with demands for higher wages, improved fuel supplies, and better access to mining opportunities, while teachers are also seeking pay improvements. President Paz has accused political opponents of trying to destabilize the country, while his government says it is working to address concerns amid a wider economic crisis. And up next in sports, a U.S. hotel report says World Cup tourism may fall short of expectations. Stay with us.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day. Through your life's journey, we're here to stay. NCI will protect you all the way. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always.
Welcome back. A United States hotel industry report is warning that the economic boost expected from this year's World Cup may fall short as hotel bookings in host cities remain below expectations. The report, produced by the American Hotel and Lodging Association, said bookings have been weaker than expected in most cities, despite FIFA reporting that more than 5 million tickets have been sold. The association claimed FIFA reserved too many hotel rooms for its own use, creating what it described as artificial demand and high prices before later canceling large blocks of accommodation. FIFA has rejected the claims, saying room releases were carried out in line with agreed contracts and industry practice for an event of this scale. Hotel operators have also pointed to high match ticket prices, transport costs, taxes, and the political climate as factors affecting international travel demand. The hotel industry said it still expects bookings to improve closer to the tournament, although concerns remain that the event may fall short of earlier economic projections. And in other news, after 22 years of waiting, Arsenal are once again champions of the English Premier League. The title was confirmed on Tuesday after Manchester City, their closest rivals, were held to a 1-1 draw by Bournemouth. It means Miguel Arteta's side will go into their final match against Crystal Palace with the trophy already secured. And to put that into context, the last time Arsenal won the title back in 2004, Mark Zuckerberg and his college friends had just created Facebook. The term social media wasn't even common use, and the iPhone was still years away. Even more telling, one of their current senior players was just 10 years old at the time. So a long await finally over for Arsenal supporters. And yes, congratulations to the local fans who will no doubt be celebrating well into the weekend. And when we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. Ooh, she pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Recapping the top stories, Jermaine Chubby Clark, lead vocalist of the Collision Band, was laid to rest today following a funeral service attended by family, friends and supporters across the Federation. The Health Ministry says surveillance has been heightened following an Ebola outbreak in Africa. And this week, St. Kitts and Nevis will host the launch of a new CARICOM and UNDP framework on crime prevention, human security and resilience in the Caribbean. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your presenter, Shaira Flanders. Have a good one.